As we move from winter to spring, we find ourselves with plenty of windy days. But what causes wind?
That's a good question. Meteorologist Rebecca Schuld breaks it down for us in today's Weather Wise.
Wind often comes as welcome relief during hot summer days, but recently it's been more of a nuisance. So what causes wind? And welcome to my weather lab. Let's take a look. It has everything to do with air pressure, which is always trying to reach a state of equilibrium. Wind is formed in an attempt to restore that balance from differences in air pressure inside of this can between that and what's outside of the can. And once that air pressure is equalized, the wind will stop. The greater the difference in pressure, the stronger the wind. And that applies to our weather as well. Let's take a look. We have areas of high pressure and low pressure. When they're fairly weak, like we're seeing right now, they both come with a lighter wind setup, and there's a smaller change in pressure from high to low. But when they tighten up, then our wind becomes stronger. We call that a tight pressure gradient, and that means a windy day is on the way. Perfect example, last couple of days were quite windy. Yesterday we had wind gusts up over 40 miles per hour. Same thing for some of us today. But these 2 days had offshore winds, and most of what we are talking about nowadays with unpleasant wind is that blasted lake breeze. How does it work? Well, the heat of the land area has that air rising much quicker than over the water. So as that air mass rises, now it's got space for that cool, dense air from the lake to move inland, and that's what gives us those cooler by the lake days this time of the year. And that's today's Weather Wise.
Wind. Just never. I mean, whether I'm
this time
fishing or what, I'm just not a big fan of it. So is it just my imagination, or has this spring been a little windier than normal?
You know, it was actually a surprise to me, but there were some stats that came out, and March was actually the windiest March on record for a lot of the U.S., and that record, that sampling went back to 1940. For Wisconsin, it was the second windiest March.
Oh, how
Isn't that
interesting.
interesting?
It is. I feel like in the Midwest, a lot of times we say, like, it wouldn't be so bad if it weren't for the wind.
And especially for folks lakeside, that is